Chevrolet Chevelle Laguna S3 1974-1976. The Chevrolet Chevelle Laguna S3 is one of the more unusual and lesser-known Chevelle, built during an era when muscle cars were facing new challenges, including stricter emission standards and rising fuel prices. The Laguna S3 was General Motors' attempt to combine sporty styling with luxury and aerodynamic features that make it unique in the Chevelle lineup. The Laguna S3's signature feature was its aerodynamic polyurethane front bumper, which set it apart from other Chevelle. This element was designed to improve airflow and enhance high-speed performance, making the car popular with NASCAR racers of the time. The car also offered two-tone exterior options that accentuated its stylish appearance. Under the hood of the Laguna S3 was one of several V8 engines, including a 5.7-liter 350 CID and a 7.4-liter 454 CID engine. Despite the power reduction as a result of the new standards, the larger engines could still produce up to 245 horsepower, which provided decent performance. The car offered an optional sport suspension and power brakes, making it an interesting choice for those looking for a balance between power and handling. The interior of the Laguna S3 was focused on comfort, comfortable seats with cloth or vinyl upholstery, plenty of room for passengers, and modern features for its time, such as air conditioning and an improved audio system. All this made the car suitable for long trips, adding elements of luxury that were rare among muscle cars. Today, the Chevrolet Chevelle Laguna S3 remains a rare and unique car that attracts collectors due to its unusual design and historical connection to NASCAR. Although it did not achieve widespread popularity, the Laguna S3 represents an interesting chapter in the history of American muscle cars. Buick GSX Stage 1, 1970. The Buick GSX Stage 1 is a rare and powerful version of the Buick Skylark, which was one of the most powerful muscle cars of its time. The GSX Stage 1 was created in 1970 when the golden age of muscle cars was at its peak, and it offered not only massive power but also style that set it apart from the competition. The most impressive feature of the GSX Stage 1 was its engine, a 7.5-liter V8 455 CID that produced 360 horsepower and an incredible 375 lb-ft of torque. This engine allowed the car to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds, making it one of the fastest muscle cars of 1970. The Stage 1 included upgraded components such as a more aggressive camshaft, larger valves, and a high-flow carburetor that took its performance to the next level. The GSX's looks were as impressive as its power. The car was offered in two striking colors, Saturn Yellow and Apollo White, with contrasting black stripes that emphasized its aggressive style. A large trunk spoiler, chrome accents, and unique GSX emblems added personality to the car. Rally wheels with wide tires completed the sporty look. The interior of the GSX Stage 1 combined comfort and sportiness. Comfortable seats with bright inserts, a sports steering wheel, and a dashboard with a tachometer made the interior functional and stylish. The car also offered many options, including air conditioning, an improved audio system, and even electric windows, which made it more luxurious than many competitors. The Buick GSX Stage 1 was a limited edition, with only 678 units produced. This makes it one of the rarest and most desirable muscle cars for collectors. With its incredible power, unique design, and high rarity, the GSX Stage 1 remains an icon of 1970s American car culture. Oldsmobile Rally 350, 1970. The Oldsmobile Rally 350 is one of the most unusual muscle cars to emerge from an era when emissions regulations and rising fuel prices began to limit the raw power of classic American cars. In an attempt to stand out in the marketplace, Oldsmobile introduced a fun, affordable, and capable car that had a unique style and approach to muscle cars. At first glance, the Rally 350 attracted attention with its bold design. The car's body was completely painted in bright yellow Sebring yellow, including the bumpers, grille, and even the wheel rims. This solution was so unusual that the car instantly stood out on the road. The appearance was complemented by black accents, such as stripes on the hood and side panels, as well as a characteristic spoiler on the trunk and air intakes on the hood. Under the hood of the Rally 350 was a 5.7-liter V8, 350 CID, engine producing 310 horsepower and 385 pound-feet of torque. Although it was less powerful than its larger engine siblings, the Rally 350 offered a great balance between performance and affordability. The engine was paired with a 4-speed manual or 3-speed automatic transmission, providing impressive acceleration and on-road flexibility. The Rally 350's chassis was tuned for comfort and handling, making it more versatile than many other muscle cars. The suspension system included heavy-duty springs and shocks, and powerful brakes provided confident control at high speeds. Wide oval tires added stability, and power steering made it easy to steer. The interior of the Rally 350 was simple but functional. Comfortable seats, a minimalist dashboard with large gauges, and a stylish steering wheel created a real muscle car atmosphere. Despite the simplicity, Oldsmobile offered several options, such as air conditioning and an improved audio system, which made the car comfortable for daily use. The Oldsmobile Rally 350 was produced in limited numbers, and today its unique design and historical significance make it a popular choice among collectors. This car has become an example of how to create an affordable muscle car that retains its sporty spirit and individuality. Pontiac Grand Am 455 SD, 1973. The Pontiac Grand Am 455 Super Duty is a rare and little-known model that attempted to combine the comfort of a luxury sedan with the power of a true muscle car. In 1973, when American cars began to lose power due to new standards, the Grand Am 455 SD became one of the last shining examples of the classic muscle car era. Under the hood of the Grand Am 455 SD was a 7.5-liter V8 455 CID engine in the Super Duty trim, which was specially designed for high performance. This engine included reinforced pistons, larger valves, and a performance carburetor, which allowed it to produce up to 310 horsepower and 390 lb-ft of torque. Although the official horsepower figures were modest compared to early muscle cars, the Grand Am's actual performance was impressive, especially on the road. The design of the Grand Am 455 SD combined sporty elements and sophisticated style. A wide radiator grille with horizontal stripes, massive front bumpers, and aggressive body lines emphasized its power. A unique feature were the vertical vents on the front fenders, which added individuality to the car. A spoiler on the trunk and wide wheels completed the sporty look. The Grand Am's interior offered a level of comfort that was rare in muscle cars. Plush, softly upholstered seats, a modern instrument panel with large gauges, and plenty of chrome accents created a premium feel. Options like air conditioning, power windows, and a quality audio system made the car comfortable for long trips. The Pontiac Grand Am 455 SD was a rare, limited edition car that was one of the last attempts to preserve the spirit of the muscle car in a changing marketplace. Today, the car is prized for its rarity, performance, and unique blend of luxury and power. The Grand AM 455 SD remains a shining example of an era when American automobiles tried to preserve their heritage in the face of new challenges. GMC Sprint SP, 1971-1972. The GMC Sprint SP is one of the most unusual muscle cars General Motors has ever created. At first glance, it may seem strange for a pickup truck to be part of the muscle car category, but the Sprint SP proved that power and performance could be built into even a utility vehicle. This vehicle was based on the Chevrolet El Camino platform, but offered unique style and rarity that made it special. Under the hood of the GMC Sprint SP was a 7.4-liter V8, 454 CID, with up to 365 horsepower in the LS5 version. This engine allowed the Sprint SP to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds, which put it in the same league as classic muscle cars. In addition, the Sprint SP was offered with a 4-speed manual or a turbo-hydromatic automatic transmission, giving drivers the option to choose the configuration that best suits their preferences. The Sprint SP's design was a combination of practicality and aggression. The front of the truck featured the recognizable GMC grille and massive bumpers that emphasized its powerful character. The body lines were sleek and elegant, making it look like a classic muscle car. But the cargo bed in the back reminded us that this was still a pickup truck. Black stripes on the hood and SP emblems added a sporty touch, making the truck stand out on the road. The interior of the Sprint SP offered standard comfort for its time. The driver could enjoy a sport steering wheel, comfortable seats, and a minimalist dashboard. Although the interior was not luxurious, it was functional and focused on driving. In addition to this, the car had power steering and brakes, which made it more comfortable to drive. Today, the GMC Sprint SP is a rare and unique vehicle that combines the power of a muscle car with the practicality of a pickup truck. Its limited production makes it desirable among collectors, and its unique concept makes it an interesting chapter in muscle car history. This car remains a symbol of how an innovative approach can lead to the creation of an unusual but incredibly interesting car. Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS 454, 1970-1971. The Chevrolet Monte Carlo SSS 454 is a luxury muscle car that was designed for those who wanted a combination of power and comfort. In an era when muscle cars were mostly rough and focused on speed, the Monte Carlo SS 454 offered a different approach, adding a touch of sophistication to the muscle car category. The main highlight of the Monte Carlo SS 454 was its engine, a 7.4-liter V8, 454 CID LS5, which produced 360 horsepower and 450 lb-ft of torque. This engine allowed the car to accelerate to 60 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds, making it one of the fastest cars in the Chevrolet lineup. An optional LS6 version was also offered, which increased the power to an impressive 450 horsepower, turning the Monte Carlo into a real road monster. The Monte Carlo SS 454's design was elegant and sophisticated. The long hood, distinctive grille, and flowing body lines created the image of a luxury coupe. Chrome accents, hidden windshield wipers, and recessed door handles emphasized its premium status. Sport stripes and the SS badge made the car more aggressive, reminding that this was not just a luxury coupe, but a real muscle car. The interior of the Monte Carlo SS 454 was another strong point. The spacious cabin offered comfortable, softly upholstered seats, high-quality materials, and a modern dashboard. The driver could enjoy air conditioning, electric windows, and an audio system, which were rare for muscle cars of that time. In addition to this, the car offered a powerful braking system and a smooth suspension, making it suitable for long trips. The Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS 454 was a limited edition car, and its combination of luxury and power made it popular among car enthusiasts. Today, this car remains an example of how to combine comfort and performance in one package. The Monte Carlo SS 454 is the perfect embodiment of an American muscle car for those who value power but do not want to sacrifice comfort. Buick Century GS Stage 1, 1973. The Buick Century GSS Stage 1 is one of the last examples of the classic muscle car era, when manufacturers tried to preserve the spirit of performance despite new environmental and economic restrictions. The Century GS Stage 1 was a unique offering that combined performance, style, and practicality. The Century GS Stage 1 was powered by a 7.5-liter V8, 455 CID, with the Stage 1 system, which improved performance with a larger carburetor, more aggressive camshaft, and stronger valves. This engine produced 270 horsepower and an impressive 385 lb-ft of torque, which provided excellent dynamics despite the influence of new power standards. Paired with a 4-speed manual or 3-speed automatic, the car demonstrated decent acceleration and handling. The design of the Century GS Stage 1 was aggressive and modern. Characteristic body lines, a massive radiator grille, and black stripes on the hood emphasized the sporty character of the car. Light alloy rally wheels and wheel arch extensions added visual power to the car. Despite the design changes that occurred in the early 1970s, the Century GS Stage 1 retained its charisma and recognition. The interior of the Buick Century GS Stage 1 was focused on comfort and practicality. Comfortable seats with colorful inserts, a simple but functional dashboard, and a spacious cabin made the car suitable for long trips. Drivers could enjoy options such as air conditioning, an improved audio system, and power windows, which added to the feeling of luxury. The Buick Century GS Stage 1 was a limited edition, making it rare and valuable among collectors today. This car became a symbol of a transitional period in the history of muscle cars, when manufacturers tried to adapt to new requirements while maintaining power and individuality. The Century GS Stage 1 remains an important chapter in the history of Buick and American cars in general. Oldsmobile 442 W30, 1972. The 1972 Oldsmobile 442 W30 is one of the last true muscle cars that retained the spirit of the 1960s, despite the increasing restrictions and changes in the automotive industry. This car became the epitome of performance and style, offering a unique combination of power and elegance. Under the hood of the Oldsmobile 442 W30 was a 7.5-liter V8 engine, 455 CID, which produced 300 horsepower and 515 nanometers of torque. This engine was equipped with a high-performance Rochester quadrajet carburetor, improved intake and exhaust systems, and a special air intake system through air intakes on the hood. As a result, the car accelerated to 100 km per h in 6.5 seconds, which made it one of the most powerful cars of its time. The design of the 442 W30 was unique and stylish. Bright body colors such as Viking blue and flame orange contrasted with black stripes and chrome accents, emphasizing the sporty character of the car. Large air intakes on the hood, special W30 emblems, and sports wheels added individuality to the car. A massive rear spoiler completed the aggressive appearance, making the 442 W30 truly memorable. The interior of the Oldsmobile 442 W30 offered comfort and style. Comfortable leather-trimmed seats, a sporty steering wheel, and a simple dashboard created an atmosphere befitting a true muscle car. In addition to this, the The car offered options such as air conditioning, a modern audio system, and power windows that made the ride more comfortable. The 442 W30 was one of the last Oldsmobile muscle cars to retain its true performance capabilities. Its rarity and historical significance make it popular with collectors and enthusiasts. The car remains a symbol of an era when power and style were paramount and represents a unique chapter in the history of American muscle cars.